Hello, everybody. I recently got a email from someone who shall not be named. Anyhow, this person has told me that they are 17, that they are currently dating somebody who, sorry, I had to pause that for a second. Anyhow, so I got an email from this person, and their girlfriend and them have been together over 4 months, and they've been best friends for about 3 years. Um, Rumors about you being FTM your whole life. People think that you're really female. Girlfriend says that she doesn't believe it. I have a feeling that she knows, but doesn't want to admit it to herself. Tried to tell her many times, but just end up getting scared and changing the subject. I don't know what to do, and I really need your help and advice. Okay, so this is good that this is happening to you, my friend, because this is going to happen lots of times in your life, whether it's with girlfriends, boyfriends. I'm bisexual, so that's why I brought that up. Family members, friends, whoever. And your friend who's telling you if she really loves you, then she'll accept it is true. And in reality, you do not want to be with someone who doesn't love you for who you are, because that will just cause problems later. And I can completely, totally relate to what you're saying, because, when I was 13, I fell in love with my best friend. But check this out. I was going to school as female, and I told my best friend that I had a twin brother named Brian. And I, sneaked over to her house, with a short wig, and boy clothes, and said my name was Brian, and she totally fell for it, and her and I started dating for a year, and then she found out that I really wasn't. So, but even then, it wasn't the fact that I was trans, it was the lies that were attached to it, which is what girls don't like. And to be honest, I think that every girl out there is kind of bisexual anyways. Almost every girl. And if she is having doubts that you are telling me the truth, and you're telling me that she's, having to convince herself that it's not true and things like that, that means that in her mind at some point she has considered that that could be the case. When you have so many people telling you, this person's like this, then you start to have doubts. Obviously, she's considered the fact that you could be like that. And obviously, she has accepted it if that's the case, and she loves you. I'm sure that you don't take your shirt off. I'm sure that you don't let her touch you down there, obviously, for obvious reasons, which I get, because I have been there. Those days suck. I'm sorry, man. Really, I am. I totally feel your pain. It's you want to tell this person and be honest with them, but you feel like you have to hide your true self, that part about you at least, to get acceptance and love. And me being, 23 now, so that was 10 years ago, I realized that not only is it all in your head, but your surroundings also have a big part in it. And people just want you to be honest. I'm sure you haven't started tea yet, or people wouldn't be so, what's that word? Judgmental, or not skeptical. Suspicious. I'm braiding this morning. Sorry, I saw your email and I immediately got up and had to make a video. My girlfriend was running late for work. By the way, I do have a girlfriend, and she is completely supportive of me. All my friends and family are supportive of me. You just have to be honest, okay? You have to be honest with yourself. You have to be honest with your girlfriend, because that's your partner. You cannot really love somebody unless you're being honest with them. And if she really loves you, then she'll accept it, and you'll get through it. And as a matter of fact, it'll bring you guys closer. And in the beginning, it'll be a little weird. You'll be like, oh my god, what does she think of me? Is she looking at me like that? But she knows you how you are. She met you as a boy, and that's how she's going to continue to think of you. You just need to be honest with her. Be honest. If you love her that much, how you say you do, then you will do her the honor of being honest with her. I'm not lying. And you can tell her, like, hey, I love you, and I'm afraid to tell you this. I'm sure that you've already done this and maybe stopped, but just go for it. Because if you love that person, you say you would do anything for them, then do the scariest thing possible and put yourself at risk for them. You know, I am in love with you, and I cannot help the way I was born, but I was born transgendered, and this is how I am. And I love you, and I want you to know I'm male inside, and I'm going to work on transitioning my body to match my mind outside. And I have support from my friends, whoever they are. I'll be your friend. I'm all the way up in Portland, but who cares? You know? And you can text me, whatever, man. Like, it's cool. And just tell her the truth. And then first she'll be like, okay, well, she'll either be like, I need time to think about this, or she'll immediately be like, okay, well, I've already known, and it's alright. Or she will do neither, which I highly doubt she would do, and leave. But that's not something that I think is going to happen, because she already loves you for who you are. The girl that I was telling you about, the one that I told was my best friend that I said I had a twin brother, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, to this day, 10 years later, she still loves me, knowing that that's how I was. And she's not bisexual. She's completely straight. And she was just upset at me that I lied to her. The lies. That's what is the killer. Not the fact that you're trans. It's the fact that you're lying all the time to cover that you're trans, you know? Like, I'd make up stories why I didn't want them to touch my junk. Like, oh, I was molested, I was this, to my girlfriends back then, you know, so they wouldn't touch me. Why don't you want to take off your shirt? Well, I have scars on my chest from being cut by somebody. Why don't you take off your shirt? Well, I have man boobs, I don't like them. I am heavy, conscious, you know, I got my weight, you know. So, I don't know. That's all I can say as far as advice. I emailed you. You can give me a call if you want, or text me. You need to make sure that you end up with someone who's going to support you. And if it doesn't work out with this girl, which it could, if you're honest, but if it doesn't, you're going to have to tell someone else anyways later on in the future who you are. And that's always scary. Like, it's always scary for me too, alright? Like, even being how old I am now and being, transitioned for 10 years almost, it was hard, and I understand, but you have to be honest, and sometimes you might not get the response that you want, but the only way to know if someone really loves you and not have it be fake is to be honest with yourself and with them, and that's all I can say. Anyhow, my girlfriend was running late for work, and I was reading this person's email. She's like, I'm running late for work, and you don't even care, So I got in trouble for this. just saying. Yeah. So, that's all I gotta say on the subject. Any other questions, guys, feel free to ask. Got lots of knowledge.